Hey, what's up everyone, and welcome to my top 10 most anticipated video games of 2013. Next year is a huge year for video games. I mean, tremendous. It really is. So many new IPs, so many new returning series that I cannot wait to play. I just cannot wait for next year. It's going to be a huge year that is very, very, very likely to be one of the best in video game history. But before I start, let me quickly name off some of the games that I think are honorable mentions and are games I cannot wait for, but just did not make the cut. So, let's start off with the 5 that just did not make the cut. My first one being South Park: The Stick of Truth. Now, if this was being made by a different company that had a really good track record, at least to me, then I'd definitely be putting this in my top 10 somewhere. But seeing that it's Obsidian, the guys that made Fallout New Vegas, which was good, definitely, don't get me wrong, but they also made KOTOR 2, which was a big disappointment to me. And, of course, they made Alpha Protocol, which had a really good story, but terrible gameplay, in my opinion also. I mean, I got used to it, but still. I'm a little skeptical about this because I know it's going to be hilarious. It's written by Trey Parker and Matt Stone. I know it's going to be freaking hilarious, but I don't know if it's going to be an amazing game. So that's really the only reason why it's not on my top 10. I don't know if it's actually going to be a good game. The next one is the new DMC Devil May Cry game, which of course this time is made by one of my favorite studios, Ninja Theory, because they made one of my favorite games of all time, Enslaved: Odyssey to the West, and I can't wait for this game. The thing is that every piece of gameplay and even all the little cutscenes and story parts that we saw, I'm not sure if I'm going to like this Dante as much as I did, for the original Dante. I don't know. I love Dante. I always thought he was a badass. He made, funny jokes, sly remarks. I liked them. But this one I'm not really completely sure about, but it does look like a great game. I'm really, really excited for it. Just not enough to put in my top 10. My next one is God of War Ascension, which, don't get me wrong, it looks amazing. I'm really looking forward to this game. It looks beautiful, but it looks like any other God of War game, so that's why it's not in my top 10. I love God of War. I think it's a great series, great combat, but it's been played a lot for me. I mean, I've played a lot of the games, the PSP games, the 3 ones, of course. That's 5 games right there in the last few years since this series has been created. So I'm looking forward to it. The multiplayer looks kind of cool, but again, I'm not extremely looking forward to it, but it does look really damn good. My next one is Gears of War Judgment, which all you PS3 fanboys are all like, oh, God of War, of course, that's not in the top 10 because you're a 360 fanboy. There you go, Gears of War Judgment. I didn't put it in my top 10. The reason why is pretty much exactly the same as God of War. It looks good. It looks like it's adding a couple little different features and maybe taking away some things that I didn't like in the other Gears of War, which is good. And it's a prequel again. It's just that it looks exactly the same still. Even though it has some little features, the main gameplay is still the same, and I'm still looking forward to it, but just not that much. Not as much as I was with Gears of War 3. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. The prequel story looks really cool. I like Baird and Cole as characters, so following them this time looks really cool, but still not in my top 10. And my last one is Remember Me, which is a brand new IP from Capcom. And the reason why I do not have this in my top 10, I was really close. I was about to put it in my top 10. The reason why is because they showed gameplay for it, like actual, fighting gameplay, not that really cool stuff where you actually make someone actually kill themselves or whatever by accessing their mind or something. Not that. That's awesome. But I'm talking about the actual combat, and the combat looks a lot like Arkham City or whatever. And I don't know, I'm just getting a little tired of games copying that, and that's the only reason why it's not in my top 10. Besides that, it looks like it could be a great story, great sci-fi story by Capcom. It looks like it could be a lot of fun. I'm really looking forward to it either way. But it's named after a Robert Pattinson movie, so that brings it down a little bit. No, of course not. I'm just joking, but still. Anyway, with that being said, let's go on to my top 10 most anticipated video games of 2013. Splinter Cell Blacklist. I loved Splinter Cell Conviction. I thought that was a fantastic game, a great evolution of the series since Double Agent definitely disappointed a lot of us. I thought the marking system was great. I thought the story was very enticing. Graphics were amazing. I loved it. It was a great stealth game, my kind of stealth game, where you can go into action, then go back to stealth, like real quick. Same thing with this. It looks absolutely amazing. It looks a little weird how Sam Fisher now looks younger, and I'm not sure if it's a prequel, but I'm not I don't think it is. I'm not completely sure. Not sure about the story yet, but it looks amazing. The preview they showed at E3 last year, well, this year, but it's gonna be last year soon. Looked amazing. It really does. Like at first I was like, what the hell is this game? And then he started marking people. I'm like, yeah, new Splinter Cell game. Sam Fisher's back, baby. And I am super excited to play this game once again. Splinter Cell is back, and guess what else is back? Spy vs. Mercs in multiplayer. When I heard that, I got happy quick. I got real happy. So, yeah, you can tell I am very excited for this game. Number 10 is Splinter Cell Blacklist. Rayman Legends. Yes, that is right. A Wii U exclusive is in my top 10, and yes, that is right. This Ubisoft game looks better than Splinter Cell Conviction, which is another Ubisoft game. I am super excited for this game, and I will tell you why. A few days ago, I went to Best Buy to go pick something up, and I saw a Wii U was there. I was like, okay, let me see if there's any demos. And the only demo that was available was Rayman Legends. I played it, and I know it was a very musical-oriented game, but when I played that, I can't remember the song I played, but I played it, I was like, holy crap, this game just blew my mind. When I saw it at E3, I was like, all right, this looks amazing. It looks very fun. But when I played it, I was like, oh, yes, this is my type of game. I cannot wait to play this over and over again, maybe with friends online. Just cannot wait for this game. Wii U exclusive. I love you, Rayman Legends. I cannot wait to play you this, I think, March or February or maybe April. I'm not sure, but it's next year, and I cannot wait for it. It looks so awesome. It really does. And I love Rayman Origins. I just want me some more platformer excellence with some amazing art design. I cannot wait. So there you go. Rayman Legends, another Ubisoft game. Super excited. I am. Really. Beyond Two Souls, which is being developed, of course, by Quantic Dreams, the guys that made Heavy Rain, one of my favorite games of 2010, and also a little underknown game called Indigo Prophecy, which was amazing when I played that too. I am really looking forward to this game. When they showed it at E3, I thought, first of all, the visuals looked amazing, the mocap, awesome, absolutely phenomenal, and of course Ellen Page. I love me some Ellen Page, I really do. I always thought David Cage was fantastic at doing storytelling, even though he did have some problems here, and there was plot holes in Heavy Rain and even Indigo Prophecy. Don't get me wrong, I know there's a lot of haters for him. I like him, and I cannot wait for this game. I can't wait for the storytelling. I don't know how the gameplay is going to be, but I'm going to guess it's a lot like Heavy Rain and Indigo Prophecy. If it's going to be straight up like a video game, I'm going to be a little less anticipated for it, because I don't know, unless they give us something really unique besides just like, oh, she has mind power so she could like blow people away or something. I don't know, but if they give us something very, unique, then I am looking forward to it much more than I am right now. But if they give us something very generic, then maybe a little less so. But if they give us what I think, then it's right in the middle, right where it is, number 8. So there you go. Number 8 is Beyond Two Souls. Dead Space 3, which I wasn't a huge fan of Dead Space 1. I thought it was a very well made game. It was scary as all hell, but I thought it was a little, it got a little boring after a little while. Number 2 definitely changed that. It gave us a much better plot, a character that actually talked and had a personality, and I cared for him. Had other supporting characters I actually cared for. I felt it was much more scarier and had way more memorable scenes, at least from the parts I played in Dead Space 1. I guess I can't really say that because I didn't beat Dead Space 1, but still, whatever. And I would put this in my top 5, I really would. Only if it didn't look so shootery like a Resident Evil 6. It looks like it's going the Resident Evil route where it's just less survival horror and more just kill every single thing. But there's also parts in gameplay I've seen that look like Dead Space. I mean, there's parts where you go into caves and it's creepy. You just hear things. The sound design is still fantastic. You're just like, oh, what's that? And there's a lot of creepy parts, at least from what I've seen in the gameplay. And there's a lot of parts where it just goes, oh, Gears of War, freaking Resident Evil 6 retarded. But I'm still looking forward to it. It could still be fun on that level. Hopefully, I still enjoyed Resident Evil 6, so I'm looking forward to this either way, even if it is a lot like Resident Evil 6. Anyway, I'm excited for Dead Space 3. Actually, I'm enjoying it right now. I'm playing it in the future. It's awesome. So anyway, there you go. There's my number 7 pick, Dead Space 3. Watch Dogs, which is another Ubisoft game, the third one on this list, and is one of those games that, was announced at E3 this year. I keep saying last year, but this year, and holy crap, it blew me away, just like it blew everybody away. When I saw that, technical babble on the screen with his phone, he's like, you could see all the little details about people and their backgrounds, and he could control the lights and all that. I was like, whoa! This game, first of all, looks beautiful. The animations are probably some of the best and most realistic I've ever seen, especially in an open world sandbox game. Well, at least I'm pretty sure it's an open world sandbox game. And it looks absolutely breathtaking. I cannot wait for this game. Watch Dogs, I don't know much about it. I don't know if it's going to be a straight up shooter, which it did have shooting elements in that gameplay we've seen, but I'm not sure if it's going to be a straight up shooter, if it's going to be more of a stealth game, or if it's going to be a mixture. Is it going to be like Dishonored, where you can actually go and decide to do stealthy parts, or you could just go run and gun? I can tell you right now, with that cell phone, I will be screwing some stuff up. Screw that gun, throw that away. I will be freaking controlling lights and stuff. I will be coming up with game plans. I will be the Madden of cell phones. That's right. So anyway, there you go. Watch Dogs. I am super excited for this game. I think I keep saying that, but I am. I'm super excited for everything on this list. So expect me to say that about 15 times more. So anyway, there you go. Watch Dogs. Aliens, Colonial Marines, which I am a huge fan of the movies. I really am. Alien, Aliens, and, I even say it, Alien 3. I really, really enjoy Alien 3. I don't care. But Alien 1 and 2, fantastic. I cannot wait for this game. I really couldn't. Ever since it was announced back in, 2002 for the PS2? Oh, I couldn't wait for this. And of course, it got delayed. People, switched developers and stuff, and blah, blah, blah. We saw gameplay, but then it didn't come out. It was a lot like Duke Nukem Forever. And just like Duke Nukem Forever, guess who picked this game up? Gearbox Softwares. And I love Gearbox, even though they did disappoint me with Duke Nukem. But again, they didn't really make Duke Nukem, so I could forgive that. This they actually made, so I'm really looking forward to it. I love Gearbox. Brothers in Arms, love. Borderlands 2, Borderlands 1, I love, so I'm really looking forward to Gearbox's interpretation of the Aliens saga. It feels like Aliens from all the gameplay I've seen. The environments just feel just like an Alien movie. You got, of course, the motion tracker. You got the aliens. You got the Colonial Marines just killing everything. Man, you got those sentry turrets. I cannot wait for this game. It looks beautiful. The multiplayer looks like it could be a lot of fun. I am super excited for this. It comes out February, and I will be happy if it is amazing. If it isn't, I will be sad. But hopefully Gearbox will prove me right, and, I hope they do. So anyway, there you go. There is my number 5 pick, Aliens, Colonial Marines. Tomb Raider, which of course is the big reboot of course, the Tomb Raider series, and I am super excited for this game. The reason why is because I was really super excited for it when I saw all the gameplay and all the trailers and stuff, saw Lara Croft getting her ass whipped, but I went to New York Comic Con a couple months ago, and I played the hunting demo where you actually go and hunt an animal just to survive, and holy crap, that was absolutely, first of all, it was a gorgeous looking game. Some of the best graphics I've seen in a game so far. So gorgeous, really was. And oh, it was so fun. It was just moving around was fantastic. Just very swift, very well done. Aiming was great. It just felt good to shoot a freaking deer and then skin that son of a, and I was really, really just blown away by how great that demo was. I loved it. Really amazing game. I cannot wait for this game to come out. If it is a disappointment, I guess the hunting demo was the best part of the game. I guess hunting's going to be amazing in the game, because I'm telling you right now, that hunting part was awesome. It really was. So I am very excited for this game. The survival with Lara Croft, I think the story looks very interesting. I don't know what's going to be rated. I'm going to guess maybe T, but hopefully it's rated M, so we get to see some brutal violence. I really want to see some just brutal stuff in this game. I really do. So I am looking forward to Tomb Raider. I cannot wait to join Laura on her adventure of getting her ass whooped in this game, but I am excited. I really am. So there you go. Number 4, Tomb Raider. The Last of Us, which is a game, like I said with Tomb Raider, that will blow your mind with the visuals. Now, the reason why I wouldn't say this is one of the best looking games I've ever played is because I haven't played it yet. I played Tomb Raider, so I can say that. I have not played this game yet, so I cannot tell you that. But still, this game looks phenomenal. I mean, first of all the little things you could do, like you actually collect things in the environments, use it against whoever you go after. I guess there's like plant zombie things, I'm not completely sure. You got, of course, human survivors that hate you too, so you have to go and fight them off. You have to protect this little girl who is like, you know, she's not like a typical little girl. She ain't Clementine. She can hold her own, really. She's a badass, and I cannot wait to see how that relationship builds between your main character and the little girl. Not like, you know, not romance, of course. No, oh, that's weird. But no, that's not what I meant. But I am really looking forward to this game because of the story, because of the gameplay itself. The graphics look breathtaking, but again, I have not played it, so I cannot say it is the best looking game I've played ever, but it looks like it might be. I cannot wait for this game. It looks phenomenal. And also there's multiplayer, which I just heard of a couple days ago. I'm like, oh shit, okay, well, maybe it'll be good. I'm not sure. I don't know how it's gonna be like multiplayer, but yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, so this game, guess what, I am super excited for. Haha, those two words, my favorites. So there you go. Number 3 is The Last of Us. Now we get into the final two games I cannot wait for next year. And my top 2 most anticipated games of 2013 are BioShock Infinite, which of course was my most anticipated game of this year but got pushed back to next year. Grand Theft Auto 5, which is the continuation of the huge popular open world series from Rockstar Games, and those are my 2 most anticipated games. But which one is the most anticipated? Well, here it is. My most anticipated game of next year is BioShock Infinite. Once again, every little thing they have showed me just puts me in that mood where I'm like, alright, the story looks amazing, the characters look phenomenal, the writing is excellent just from everything I've seen, the gameplay is something unique, you can actually phase things in from the past, you can ride on these rails and of course like flank your opponent or just kill a bunch of people if you want. It just looks absolutely phenomenal. It really is. BioShock Infinite looks like it's going to be not only probably my favorite story of next year, but probably like one of the most fun games I'll play next year. It really does. They got rid of the multiplayer, which is fine. I don't care. It's going to be a game that I'm going to play, and if it is as amazing as I think it's going to be, I'm going to play it over and over again. It's going to be one of those games that I just play so many times, and there's few games that I play so many freaking times, and this game looks like it's going to be one of those games. I cannot wait for BioShock Infinite, but that's not to discredit Grand Theft Auto 5. Grand Theft Auto 5 looks absolutely phenomenal, and I cannot wait for that game. It looks like it's going to have a huge open world. The graphics are amazing. It's cool that the 3 main characters are actually like kind of polar opposites in a way, and I cannot wait for that game. Rockstar Games, I don't think, has ever let me down. I love Max Payne 3, even LA Noire, which didn't make. I loved Grand Theft Auto 4, even though some people were disappointed by it. I absolutely thought it was fantastic. Hell, even stuff like Table Tennis and The Warriors, the video game, I really enjoyed. I love those games, actually. I even love Table Tennis to some extent. Maybe I can't play it nowadays, but still, I love it. I don't care. So anyway, overall, yep, BioShock Infinite is my number 1, and Grand Theft Auto 5 is my number 2, and everything else, you know, you've heard it. So anyway, there you go. There's my top 10 most anticipated games of 2013. Look forward to my top 10 most anticipated movies of 2013 next, well, actually tomorrow. So anyway, there you go. There's my video. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you, and goodbye.